Finally made it to the top. That took a while. I'm hearing crows. I don't know if there's something dead. Like, it might have been. Oh, okay. It's something down there. Definitely. Oh, there's bunnies all over. Dang, now I have to go down there and check what that is. It's another dead human. I almost hurt myself coming down this hill. So. Oh, I came down here for dog food. Nice. Feed it to that wolf heading over here. I don't know if that would work or not. Now how'd I get back up? These berries? Yeah, they are nice. Not sure what I can do with these. 8 of them. Can I eat these? Are they food? No. A wild... Okay, maybe I can... Oh, maybe I can use those as bait for the bunnies. I got plenty, I don't need more. There's more right there. Is there anything outside I can grab? Other than those berries? No. Okay, I'm just gonna head in this back door. Okay, I need a fireplace. Not looking like there's a fireplace. Maybe, I don't know. This is much bigger than the last cabin. Oh my god. I'm definitely dropping a bunch of crap this time. Like a bunch of that wood. I'm gonna regret that later when I'm starting to die off. And not having enough wood to keep myself warm or some shit like that. But this is getting really annoying just traveling around this slow. So I need to get rid of a bunch of this stuff. Maybe eat like all of my food. A lot of food in this kitchen. A lot of soda. I haven't even checked the fridge yet. Okay, I'm dropping my stuff right here. This is getting out of hand. And after about 10 minutes of uninteresting inventory management, that leads us to this point. And now I'm just completely full. And I'm finding more food. Well, I guess I shouldn't be complaining. This is gonna be the reason I survive a long time, is this hoard of food and like resources that I have. I'm just gonna have to keep cutting off camera just how long it's taking me to walk around everywhere, like getting from building to building outside. I'm even slower now that I found more stuff. This is not happening. I'm not gonna bring myself to like walk this slow from place to place off camera. It's just so boring. There's no fireplace in here. Painkillers. Okay, I don't think I've found any painkillers this game. No, nothing. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna figure out what I'm gonna prioritize, what I need and don't need, like right now. And once again, a whole lot of footage of me not doing anything, so enjoy this jump into the future. That was probably one of the better problems to have in this game. Just have too much good stuff that you have to prioritize what you need and don't need. Yeah, I definitely need the travel lighter though. I think it was tiring me out faster. It was making me move really slow. It was annoying to walk around from place to place going that slow. I'm going like double the speed now than I was. So I'm just gonna... I wanted to go to that highway over there. I guess it doesn't really matter. I'll take this highway off that way into the forest. Or I could just wander off into the frozen lake. But that looks like I would probably just get killed out there. Nothing in sight. I got plenty of like resources to last me like a day, but after that I would definitely be depleted, especially since I just dropped all my excess stuff. So I'm just gonna head over to that bridge, see if there's anything good there. Alright, I'm gonna check underneath the bridge first and then go up on top of it. Oh, there's a bunny. Surprisingly enough, I've barely seen any of this map. I've probably seen about like 8% at this point with all this lake and everything. This game is very big. The map is huge, and I've barely explored any of it. It says like if I load into the game, I'm not sure if I can check. Well, maybe if I check my... Oh crap, no. Journal, yeah, journal's here. I'm on day 4. Does it say? No, okay. Well, I don't know how much of the map I've explored. I don't want this. Probably like 8 to 10% is my guess, though. maybe even less. So I haven't found anything like of that interesting. There are like huge buildings, like I could find like a factory or something like that. Like I could just survive for like 2 days in something that's just loaded with supplies. Ah, I called it. There's a car on top of here. Looks. I just see another wolf down there. Yeah, there's another wolf out on the lake. Uh, Wolves can actually kill the bunnies. I've actually been about to die before in one of my other matches, and there was bunnies everywhere, and I didn't have anything to kill it. And I was just like hoping one would keel over, and this wolf came out of nowhere and started mauling the bunnies to death. Then it attacked me, but luckily I had a knife and I stabbed it. There's a lot of crap in here. Candy bar, soda I'll take. What is that? Oh, it's the pry bar. Can I check the hood? Nothing in there. Anyway, so the wolf like attacks the bunny, or a couple of the bunnies. It kills like 2 or 3 bunnies, and then attacks me. I fought it off.
Use this.
There was actually like a blood trail and everything too that like I saw it run off with. So I gathered the meat up from the bunnies, cook it, and survive because I was about to die of like hunger and thirst and everything. I started a fire, gathered a bunch of sticks, cooked all the bunnies, ate it, and then I followed the blood trail to see where the wolf went. Turns out I didn't make it that far, and it like keeled over and died somewhere along the way. And then I gathered its food as like extra food, and like died the next day. I forget how I died the next day. Probably I think I froze to death or something. Um, that's why like I was kind of hesitant about drop. Is this a dead end? Hope not. I was hesitant about dropping all that wood because I could like seem fine on wood, and then like one thing will happen where I'm using like my wood for like a solid 24 hours just trying to survive, and then I have no wood. There's no wood in the area, and then like you really wish you had some wood. Yeah, this is straight up a dead end. It's a rock fall. Well, it looks like there's a clearing or like a path to go up right there. I'm gonna try to get around this. I want to continue following the highway, but I don't want to cross the entire frozen lake to get to the highway on the other side. So I'm gonna see if I can. If this is a rock fall, that means there's gonna be highway on the other side of it. So I just need to get around this without falling either. Another match of mine. It was actually the first one I played. I got a little too close to the edge of a hill, or not even a hill. It was more like, yeah, I guess it was a hill. It was a really steep hill. Oh, crows. Are they flying by or just? Okay, there's something dead. They're probably heading to something dead. But I was really close to the edge of this hill, looking down, and it was nice. It looked nice. It was great. Okay, those crows are circling. There's something dead up there. I want to go check that out. I need to keep going higher, anyways. This is quite the rock slide. So I'm looking over the edge of this hill. Get a little too close to the edge, and I fall. And like it wasn't just a straight drop. I can't climb up this. It wasn't a straight drop, so I was kind of bouncing against all these things as I fell, and like every time I hit the ground, a bunch of my clothes tore, and I don't know, I was just like breaking like bones, spraining stuff, I was bleeding, and I probably died like the next day, because of just how messed up that fall was. You got to be careful with like ledges and things like that in this. Just this random, all right. I know I'm trying to like drop stuff, but I'm heading up into the wilderness. I don't know when I'm gonna find civilization again. So this is the time that you definitely want to stock up on like food and whatnot. And sticks don't really weigh much, so I'm gonna grab all these sticks. I'm probably gonna have to start a fire. Like
Freezing.
I'm gonna start a fire now, actually, while I'm here. This is how you start a little fire. Same as before. You have your percentage of success and whatnot. Let's see. I can actually use the magnifying glass. No, I can't. Never mind. I don't know when I could use that. So hopefully this fire starts. Alright, cool. I actually got on the first try.
For that.
Just gonna pop 2 of these onto it. Have an hour. How long will it take to chop this up? Okay, exactly an hour. I need to put some more fuel on this fire so I have time to chop that up. Right. 3 hours. Oh no. It's getting windy. If it's too windy, it'll blow my fire out. Oh, yeah, this is gonna give me a lot of firewood. This firewood burns for quite a while as well. So got another hour and a half. Claim a bit more sticks and whatnot from these branches. And I want to cook my food before I go. 45 minutes. I hope my fire doesn't go out. I've got like an hour left on it. Okay, we're good. Over encumbered by all this firewood now, but I'm about to burn it all, so that's fine. Oh god, yeah, there's no way I could see myself going this slow. This is about as slow as I was going in the house. Alright, firewood. I'm gonna add 3 of these. And then cook all this meat. There we go. I'm topped off on warmth as well. Alright, I've got a couple minutes of fire left. I've cooked all the meat, and I'm cooking up some tomato soup at the moment. I'm gonna put a piece of this on it. Got some tomato soup. I'm kind of hungry, so I'll have the cooked up tomato soup. It's probably better. I don't know if it has any better effects than just normal, like the cold soup, but whatever. I'm gonna just top off on food and thirst really quick, and then get going. Drink some of these sodas. Probably gonna. Okay, no, these are the full sodas that are giving me a lot more thirst than those like really empty ones that you get a little sip of. My weight has gone way back up again because of all this meat that I found and wood. I don't want to drop. How slow am I? Right, that's too slow. Okay, gonna have to drop drop some of these, and I will drop some of this cloth. Alright, that's actually going down a bit. I don't know what this leather does, but I want to hold on to it to kind of figure out what exactly it does. I'll drink this cup of coffee, see what that does. Anything? No. I was hoping it would give me like extreme amount of calories. Not well, I guess that doesn't really make sense. Calories. What is that? I have a plus sign next to my warmth and tiredness. Oh, okay. I guess drinking that coffee, it did do something. It gave me, I guess, extra warmth, and I'm less tired. Or is it not going down or something at the moment? Maybe that was the warm food. The warm food made my insides all warm, so my temperature's not going down. And the coffee's making it so I'm not getting tired. I might want to just turn around. Like, I'm gonna have to climb way up this mountain before I can even get around, like, this rock slide or whatever. And I'm not liking this area. I'm already depleting my resources way faster than when I was down there. Kind of want to just head back down the hill, across the lake, over to the other side of the frozen lake, and take that highway. Yeah, I'm gonna do that because forget this open wilderness. There might not even be any structures out in that direction forever. I could just be living off trying to, like I said, have wolves kill meat for me, try to stab something to death, find dead carcasses, and living off of just sticks and whatnot. It's terrible. It's so much easier to survive when you're like finding buildings like every day, which I'm banking on the highway, and we'll do that rather than this forest. It's gonna suck. I'm gonna have to go back the whole way, but I guess it's adding another day to my survival. Right, the road's right down there. Definitely not gonna show me walking across the entire thing. So once I get down there, it's just gonna be me quietly walking across the lake. I've got 5 hours of daylight left. This is kind of a waste of time coming over here. This bridge and everything sucked. I mean, I did get a little bit more meat, but other than that, like, there's nothing over here. Is that a feather? No, it's a little piece of rock. Okay, I might actually want to head back up to that cabin. Try to, well, no, I'm not losing any warmth or tiredness. The coffee was actually really useful. Maybe pick up, okay, now I'm still pretty overweighted right now. Overweight. I was going to go pick up all that stuff. Well, not all of it, but some of the food I dropped, but I still really don't need some. I don't have a lot of cans in my inventory, but I guess now, like, instead of cans, I have all that cooked meat. That wolf is still out in my way. 5 hours a day. Okay, I might be able to cross this with the 5 hours a day that I have left. So I'm just gonna start walking and hope I can get to the other side. I'm gonna have to veer. I'm gonna veer left a bit though to get away from that, out of the path of that wolf. So I'll be back when I'm on the other side of this huge freaking lake.